I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we're going to take a drive around the Salton Sea, and we've got some really unusual things to show you. And we're going to also give you a little side trip to Imperial Sand Dunes that you see here behind us. So come along.
Thanks.
Now we start off at the Salton Sea State Recreation Area. This is actually on the east side of the Salton Sea going down Highway 111. And you'll see the big parking area, but over on the right, there are 15 full hookup RV sites here. And I believe they were like 30 bucks a night. It was really a good buy for camping. You do have a little bit of history of the Salton Sea. This area was the happening place.
It sure was.
And two hurricanes came in and kind of wiped this area out in the mid-70s, and it never did come back to its glory.
Yeah. Now this is a nice little museum that you go in when you first get there.
And they're very helpful. They'll tell you a lot about the area. This is a little rock with petroglyphs on it that was found in the area that's there on display.
And this is the best picture of the entire the sea. From the closest you can get, it's a nice clear view.
You can go out on the beach. The beach is covered in rubber tires.
Yeah.
Not real sure the purpose of that, but
probably just to hold back stuff.
Yeah. And there's tons of birds in it. From our understanding, there's not a lot of fish in it. There is bacteria in the water, and these
guys feed on them.
Yeah, and the bacteria do give it a smell. So that's what you smell when you smell the Salton Sea.
It wasn't offensive like I kind of expected.
No, it's like an algae bloom, I guess is what it is. And you see the mountains on the other side.
It was real pretty.
Yeah. Just a few minutes south of there, again on 111, is Bombay Beach. Now, Bombay Beach is a little community. It's probably 6 blocks by 6 blocks, I guess. The water ski show.
Yeah.
Well, the resort looks a little different than that. This is the resort now.
It's really interesting. We've been to a lot of archaeological sites, and we've seen a lot of places that have been abandoned completely for thousands of years. And here we are on this place, and it's been abandoned somewhat. It's like becoming a ghost town since the 70s, I believe.
Yes.
And it just, it's kind of, we're in the middle of that. You come back in 500 years, 1,000 years, this will be what, there'll be remnants of this stuff, like that guy.
This area is considered an archaeological site. It has a UNESCO sign on it. I don't know if it's legit or not.
I don't know.
It's pretty weird. There's all these sculptures like that head you saw. There's full body sculptures in there. This is their Polaroid museum. It's sitting there empty. And there's anything that can be made into artwork or a statement.
And it really does. It's a testament to mankind that when all else disappears on us, we manage somehow to make art.
That's absolutely right. They've made their own beauty.
Yeah.
This one is a TV display. They're all old TVs. They've been spray painted in different colors. They've got different scenes on the picture of the TV. Big old projection TV there. There's flat screens. There's a console. The entire town has taken, and I hate to use the word, but they've taken junk and made art out of it.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire town.
Expressing humankind of what they have seen and what has changed.
And it's not just one or two of these. The entire little community is that way.
Yeah.
This big egg that's about to hatch up in a nest on top of a mobile home.
Or something.
There's a lot of trailers, a lot of motor homes, buses that are in this area that are being lived in. And then you'll see art like this that's been made.
Yeah, the sun was hitting that just really interestingly. And that looked like an old saw blade.
Yeah, we got a close-up of it here for you. The Lincoln taxi sitting there beside it. The tile house. This was kind of cool. This must be what you do for entertainment. They've got a drive-in.
I'll tell you what, those cars were really cool. It was just neat to look through at the old cars. But the real story is what this used to be. The town, the area was such a draw.
Oh yeah. There's their drive-in theater screen. It's a semi-trailer. And then this is their beach right there along the Salton Sea, and there's all kinds of huge metal sculptures and things like that out here. And you can see it covers a big area.
Yeah, I did. You used the word apocalyptic.
Yes. I'm glad you said that because you say it better than I do.
I don't know that I do.
But
I stumble on it.
It does. There's places that do look kind of post-apocalyptic. Yes, you do say it better than I do.
We try to put too many syllables in that.
That's right. That's art.
I know. Absolutely.
But it does go to show you can find beauty in just about anything.
That's right.
Those were folding chairs with extended legs. A little music museum there. Now, just down the road from there, just outside of Nyland, is Slab City. Slab City is something we've seen on videos, we've heard about for years, never had seen it. And the first question I was asked when I was told we went to Slab City is, did you feel safe there?
I did.
Absolutely. I don't know about going at night because there's no power out there, there's no lights out there. But going during the daytime, it was great. Now, Salvation Mountain is just as you come into it. And it was created by this gentleman, Leonard Knight. There was a lady standing out there that was there to answer questions for you. Some very interesting vehicles. And going up the side of this mountain, you'll see the yellow brick road. And you're allowed to walk that yellow brick road. They don't want you walking across the rest of it. But the yellow brick road is your area where you can walk up it. It is smooth, but it could be slick. So if you do this, be careful, watch your step. It is one way up. You definitely wouldn't want to try and come down it. And when you get to the top, then you can look out over Slab City.
This is considered the last free city.
It's,
I don't know if it's in the world or whatever, but that's what they call themselves, the last free city in America, I guess.
I like the boats out there. And like all cities that you go to, there is a map. Looks a little different than the one we saw in Palm Springs, but there's R2-D2. I don't know if that's the original one.
I wonder where he went.
But you can see everywhere you look, it's decorated.
Yeah. They have taken the leftovers of people who were there before and utilized them to either make art or use as boundaries.
Now you saw a sign there that said House of Dots with an area. The House of Dots is something you'll actually see little billboards for as you come down 111 towards Nyland.
There's the airport.
Yeah. And you can't have an outdoor garden without a gazebo.
That's right.
Even the vehicles are decorated. Between dolls and CDs. That's a little area you can go back in and wander around too.
They have a coffee shop that's open in the mornings. It's a guy does coffee for them.
Just down the road, we came to the Sunny Bono National Wildlife Refuge. And this is just really kind of a small viewing area, but it was pretty cool. It's fee-free site. You can park there, you'll see all these birds, and there they go.
They knew I brought out my camera. Run! She said she was going to shoot us.
They do have a couple of trails there also, but the viewing area is kind of the big draw. Now we took a little side trip while we were there, and kind of southeast of the Salton Sea, maybe 20-30 minutes, you'll come to Imperial Sand Dunes. And we thought it sounded kind of interesting. We didn't realize how many other people felt the same way.
That's right.
You'll see all of the toy haulers and trailers, and they're all with these sand dune buggies. And it's not just a handful of them. There were hundreds of RVs out there. They've got several of these pull-off areas like that. And then you start to see the dunes.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
I can imagine the weekends, how busy it must be out here.
We have such an amazing earth.
Yeah, it's so different in just a short distance how it changes. Now, along California 86, you're coming up the west shore, and you can drive completely around the Salton Sea. It's, I think, around 40 odd miles long, so it's not like a little lake. It lives up to the name sea.
Mm-hmm.
The day we were there, we saw, I think they called them paramotors,
Yeah.
which was a name I hadn't heard before. But there was a west side campground that was full of these people with these paramotors.
Yeah, it was neat to watch them.
It really was.
They had little food stands set up along it was kind of the beach,
Yeah,
because they'd fly out over the water.
yeah, it's the west beach of the Salton Sea.
Now, you were saying somebody said this is shrinking up how much?
It's dropping about a foot a year right now. Hasn't been a lot of rain.
This was pretty cool.
And even though this is what you normally see is desert all the way up to it, they do have a lot of irrigation, and there are citrus farms, but there are a lot of date farms, date palm trees. And they do go on for miles, really all the way around the Salton Sea area.
And they're beautiful.
They really are. All planted in rows. Well, Cathy, we have spent the entire day out here going around the Salton Sea. What did you think of our day?
We have definitely kicked off the quirkiness.
Definitely. Route 66 had nothing on this. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our video today as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you have, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, watch for the button up in this corner. If you tap that, you can ring the notification bell. You'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.